There's an expression, especially around here where the weather is notoriously indecisive, that if you don't like something, if you don't like the weather, just blink and it changes. Well, maybe, and in many cases we're meaning towards the bad, but well, here's some good. See, I think sometimes that blink is in the blink of a deity as opposed to a human. But I've noticed some good changes. And I'm happy to announce that, one, while there will be a paid link in the description, I'm not actually being advertised by anyone, but I'm really, really happy to announce that today I'm 5 years seizure free and feeling really, really, really good and a lot stronger. And my gosh, the amount of changes just in the last half decade. Not just the changes that have arisen since 2004, including better medical capabilities and better treatments and therapies and more nutrition being brought in just as a matter of course. And hopefully doctors learning to treat the whole patient instead of piecemeal. Like, oh yeah. And along with that comes attitude changes, and me, I'm shaking it loose and I'm gonna have some fun. Pandemic be damned, and don't worry, I'm not gonna be putting myself at needless risk, but at the same time, I am going to be trying to do a lot more than cookbooks and research and medical research and things that make me feel like I'm a very feminine monk. Instead, I'm going to be working on a few things, but just think, 5 years in your life, and people will say that. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Well, I didn't exactly see myself still in a very small apartment, and I didn't see myself constantly kind of having to keep abreast of things and still struggling, but I did see, and I said, oh, there's going to be a lot of changes. There's going to be a lot of good change. It's just going to have to go slowly, you know. But I didn't think it was going to be this slowly. And at the same time, I knew along those things, I expected that by now I'd be able to drive. If not like a Formula One driver, probably for the best, at all, because I've forgotten how, and really need to learn. And of course, getting driving lessons right about now is not exactly easy. And so, still waiting, still walking on foot, which is probably a good thing. But I've read a bunch more books. I'm finding my place. I'm becoming more confident. I'm really enjoying my weird, and I'm no longer really, why can't I be like everyone else, except for maybe once in a while, and everyone else isn't like everyone else. So there are good days, there are shit-tastic days, there are days where I am just ready to tell everyone, you know what, I don't like you, I don't want anything to do with humanity. And there are days where I want to hug everyone and be like, I love you, everything's gonna be okay. Bad idea. And there are days like right now where the political situation and the fact that, quite frankly, it's not even us versus them. It's a bunch of, everyone's an asshole. Politicians don't give a shit. It's easy to become a little bit jaded and put on the green glasses, which is something I really don't want to do. For whatever reason, people have always advised me that maybe I should put on the green glasses or that I should keep them off permanently and stay within my apparent glowing rosy pink world. Well, maybe there's a balance. So acknowledge that things are terrible, but celebrate the small milestones and celebrate the big milestones. And above all else, know that you're loved, and let's see what the next year brings. And then, but first, there are other milestones coming up, and I'm going to celebrate every single one, even if it's with my own little party. Oh. Take care. Love you.